So, you're thinking of moving right here to Kingwood, Texas. Well, today's video, we're going to ask a local, what is it like to live right here in Kingwood? We're going to address the elephant in the room as to whether or not Kingwood floods. We're going to talk about the schools. We're going to talk about all the amazing amenities and really walk through what this local loves and what this local hates about living in Kingwood, Texas. So let's get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living right here in Kingwood, the best way to do that is to subscribe to our channel, tap the bell for notifications. That way you can be the first to know about everything going on right here in Kingwood. My name's Ferris.
And I am Samantha.
And we run the Living in Houston, Texas team. And we get calls, texts, and emails every single day from people that are just like you, that are watching our videos online, trying to figure out if Kingwood is the right area for them. So if that's you and you're looking to move in, doesn't matter if it's a day, a week, a month, or even a year, go ahead and give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. That way we can help you make a smooth move right here to Kingwood, Texas. Now, typically we do a pros and cons video of each of the suburbs, but we've got the privilege today of doing Ask a Local. So we're gonna mix it up just a little bit, similar concept, but Samantha actually lives here in the Kingwood area. She's lived here for quite a while. We would definitely give her the local title. And so we're gonna just ask her questions that you would probably be asking yourself and want to know from somebody that lives here. So the first question for you is, what do you love about Kingwood?
I think that people compare Kingwood with the Woodlands a little bit because you have tons of trees, parks. It's a great family neighborhood, very, very safe. So I believe that that's one of the things that I like the most is just how cozy and homey and, you know, like an older established neighborhood where you see a lot of nature. But there's a lot to do in Kingwood. You do have the lake. You have lots of parks where you can go and play tennis. You can play soccer. You can fish if you want. There's a lot of activities.
So there's lots of recreation.
Correct.
It's safe, fun for the family.
Yes.
And so let's talk on all those really quick. So
Okay.
as far as the nature component, there's a ton of parks here. So, and they're not just, playground parks, there's sports parks, tennis court parks. One of the parks we filmed in our vlog was right along Lake Houston, as you mentioned, the lake's here. And so it's not as big of a lake as Conroe or Lake Livingston, but it's still boatable. There's still people out there wake surfing, skiing, and fishing. And so, in fact, we're actually at Chimichurri's, which is one of the restaurants right here on Lake Houston. And so they've let us set up in here, so we're thankful for them. But we've got an awesome lake view right behind the camera here.
Yes.
And so, so the lake's a cool component of it. What else do you love about living here?
I think that we have great schools.
Okay.
It's good always to have, the opportunity to send your kids to a local
good public schools.
Yes,
and
exactly.
not have to worry about private, paying the extra cost of private.
Yeah.
And then one of the cons that you kind of mentioned earlier with the schools are located in the neighborhoods, which is a huge pro. That's great. You kids can walk, bike to school here in Kingwood. That's not the case with a lot of Houston suburbs.
Yes.
A lot of Houston suburbs, you're on the freeway.
Yes.
Driving your kids 10, 15 minutes to their school. So here they can walk, bike. But you did mention something. What do you not like about the schools being in the
traffic? Because there's not a main intersection inside of Kingwood. It's mostly like small little
through streets.
Yes, so you could definitely send your kid walking or biking like you just said. But yeah, there is a lot of traffic around 3 to 3:30. So just avoid Kingwood Drive during those times.
Gotcha. So it backs up 3:30, and then 4 or 5 o'clock it lets back up.
Yes.
Okay. But let's talk about the location. What do you like about the location?
So, like I said, there's not a intersection inside, like a freeway, in between any of the Kingwood, subdivisions. But you are really close to 59, and you can really easily get to downtown, or if you want to even head to the Woodlands, you can take the back and take 99.
Yeah.
So there's just very easy to commute if you're working anywhere.
And you're about 22 minutes from the airport here in Kingwood?
Yes, we're actually like 15 minutes, you can
just
say.
depending on where
Depending
you're at.
on where you're at, but it's really close. I mean, you're Kingwood Drive and 2 or 3 more X's, you're in Wilkley.
I would, tell me if you agree with this, I would say Kingwood is the nicest community that's closest to the airport.
Yes, it definitely is. Also, you do have a lot of variety on price range. So I think that it's very appealing for whatever your budget is. You can find houses in the millions. You can find houses in the 500s, 400s, 300s, even in the 200s. There's smaller homes,
Really?
like little subdivisions where you can still find houses in the 200s. I mean, obviously they're small
Yeah, and older.
and older, but they're still in a nice neighborhood. They're still in good school districts, which is nice.
So let's dive into housing options.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think there's a wide range of housing options in Kingwood? I know in other videos, like the Woodlands, for example, doesn't have new construction.
Mm-hmm.
Kingwood is 4 years older than the Woodlands. A lot of the homes are older, but is there that new construction option in Kingwood as well?
Yes, they're still building in Kingwood, and I believe that these past 5 years they have been building as well. So you're able to find maybe not brand new houses, but newer homes as well. And there's also the opportunity, like we were talking about earlier, of purchasing a home that it's really nice. It has a lot of potential, and it's very in right now to start to redo and make it your own.
To do a remodel.
Yes, remodeling.
And that's the thing I will say, and this is with all suburbs in Houston, but Kingwood being one of these master planned communities similar to the Woodlands, the lot sizes are a lot bigger. And so if you go buy new construction in a neighborhood that's a master planned neighborhood, kind of like some of our other videos of Grand Central Park or Wood Forest, the lots are a lot smaller.
Yes.
So you get a brand new home. Here, if you go check out our vlog, Samantha shows you some homes in our home tour at the end of that video, and the trees are just awesome.
Amazing.
They're gorgeous.
Yes.
And that's one thing that I think because Kingwood isn't called the Woodlands, people don't associate it with the trees, but they call it the livable forest. It's a community built in a forest. You go down Kingwood Drive, and it feels like River Oaks.
Yes,
trees
it does.
are coming over. Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Kingwood flooding.
Okay, so prior to Harvey, it never flooded.
Okay, and what was Hurricane Harvey for these people?
It was hard because it flooded pretty bad.
In all of Houston, really.
In all of Houston, the thing about Kingwood though is that you do need to find someone that knows like the area really good, because you could be right here down the street, it didn't flood. So you just gotta make sure that like the main areas that really, did flood it. And also I think that because they closed a lot of those barriers, what do you call those?
Levees, stuff like that. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think that was a major reason why it flooded.
What parts flooded, yeah.
Yeah.
And so just a little more on Hurricane Harvey, because we want you guys to have full transparency, right? Kingwood flooded. So did parts of Conroe. So did a lot of Houston. And so I think people get scared of flooding, right? And you shouldn't be scared of flooding. You should be knowledgeable about it. There's no reason to be scared. Meaning, all the homes that we sell, we know going in, hey, they were there for 30 years and never flooded.
Correct.
And they didn't flood during Harvey. They're probably never going to flood.
Yeah.
Or they never flooded for 30 years.
Correct.
And they got 1 or 2 inches during Harvey,
Correct.
which is a once in 10 lifetime storm, and they'll probably never flood again.
Yeah.
And they got a fresh remodel in 2018. Correct. So you can get a more affordable home on a big lot, completely remodeled.
Yes.
That flooded one time, that will probably never flood. And then there are the homes that flooded during Harvey and then flooded a year later in another storm and are more susceptible to that, in which case, they're going to be lower price point homes, but you can avoid those. So would you say all of Kingwood flooded?
No, not all of Kingwood flooded. And it's just, like I said, little spots that did. And also, I believe that, and I've been hearing that from some people that I know here in Kingwood, that most of the houses that flooded again after Harvey, they have been elevated just because they don't want like the insurance actually is paying that extra because it's going to keep flooding. Yeah. So, if you do find the house that you do like, it has been flooded, and we're able to get proof of the elevation certificate, then, that's a great home too, because that it's not going to flood again.
Yeah. And then they've done a lot too, and we'll get off this topic because just call us if you've got questions about flooding, but that now they seasonally they lower Lake Conroe, and so what that does is it allows for a lot of rain to fill up Lake Conroe instead of flooding downstream, flooding Kingwood. So, all right, let's talk. We talked schools. Let's talk shopping.
Okay.
Are there good shopping amenities in Kingwood? Do you feel like there's grocery stores and nail salons? Is everything close by?
Oh yeah, inside of Kingwood, there's a lot of little shopping plazas where you can find, nail places, massage places, spa places, and little stores too. Like some people like Chico's, like some ladies love to shop. They're not outside of Kingwood, they're inside of Kingwood.
Do you feel like you have to leave Kingwood for any amenities? What do you have to leave Kingwood to get to?
Probably if you want more like fancier restaurants, I would designer clothes and stuff like that. You would probably drive downtown, which is really close, or you would drive to the Woodlands. And just to kind of keep going on the flooding thing, I believe that some stores that closed during Harvey have not reopened, and I think that they're starting to open more stores. So right now it's hard for me to say that we do have a lot of stores here. I think that they're slowly starting
They're
to.
coming back. There's
Yes.
new retail coming
I have
in.
noticed that a lot of little more shops are opening now.
Yeah, and I would say too, Harvey happened end of 17, early
Yes.
2018, and so it's had time.
Yes.
There's like where we're at right now. These are pretty new buildings,
Yes.
newer shopping, and so I think Kingwood has a ton to offer. Is there anything else that people that are comparing Kingwood to other places should know about Kingwood?
That you can afford a really nice house in a good neighborhood with lots of land for not that much.
Not as much as some of the other suburbs.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. I mean,
Yeah.
I think if people are looking to move, like we always say, watch our vlog, understand the area better, ask a local. Let's give you the honest take of what it's like to live here. And then if you want to get more familiar with the area, watch our map videos, check those out.
Yeah.
And then if you have any questions, like we always say, go ahead and just pick up the phone, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. That way our team can help you make a smooth move right here to Kingwood. And we'll see you guys in the next video.